This is Zion Albu, and he is the perfect rookie running back. And I'm going to try to break every record possible with him. So I will be simulating the career of the perfect rookie running back. Let's simulate the draft and see where he got drafted to. He was a 6th-round pick. Let's see where he got drafted. He is a Pittsburgh Steeler. And would you look at here, who's his quarterback? It is Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett's on this team. And they also just traded for Javon Hargrave. We'll sim to the end of his first season. Well, we went 15-2, and also Zach Wilson is the Texans quarterback. And Zion Albu as a rookie, 2,100 yards and 16 touchdowns. Obviously, he was the leading rusher in the NFL. And also got MVP votes, 9th down here. Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year and Best Running Back, of course. And let's see who we're going to face off against in the divisional round. Facing off against the Baltimore Ravens, can we beat them? And we do not. 27-10 loss. On to Season 2 we go. Once again, the Steelers are the number 1 seed, 14-3. AR as their quarterback. Zion Albu, 1,971 yards and 24 touchdowns. Any receiving touchdowns? 8 receiving touchdowns and 537 catches, or receiving yards. Number 5 in MVP votes. Offensive Player of the Year, of course. And Best Running Back, of course. As we face off the Jags, can we beat them to go to the AFC Championship? We do not. 35-28 loss. On to Season 3 for Zion Albu. We ended up going 13-4. Wow, shocker. Zion Albu, 2,100 yards and 20 touchdowns. On top of 4 touchdowns and 298 receiving yards. Offensive Player of the Year for the 3rd time in a row. Can we beat the Patriots? And we do, 27-24. Can we beat the Denver Broncos? And we do. Can we go to the Super Bowl? And we are in the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. And here in the Super Bowl, Zion Albu gets to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm pretty sure they still have Saquon Barkley. So that Albu-Barkley matchup is going to be elite. Let's hop in and watch some of the plays. Anthony Richardson versus Hurts. Zion Albu for a 42-yard rushing touchdown. Down to 28-17 here. 2nd and 13 at the 30. Quick pass underneath the Freiermuth, and he gets about 10. 3rd and 5 here at the 21 now. Over the middle, and he's going to go DK Metcalf down to the 7. 1st and goal here at the 7. And Albu just got pancaked, but for the greater good, Anthony Richardson running gets nowhere. He got pancaked for nothing. 2nd and goal. Play action pass to the end zone. Caught. DK Metcalf touchdown. As it will be potentially 25-28. Let's see this 2-point conversion here. Richardson gets lit up. 28-23. We're down here late in the 4th quarter, 30-35. 1st and 10 at the 28. Empty backfield for Richardson. AR going to take off and get the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17. 1st and 10 at the 17 now for Richardson. Oh my, what a head top. Anthony Richardson, 190 and 3 touchdowns as Gio Conley with the catch there. Anthony Richardson, the DK Metcalf, caught 3rd and inches. He had a running lane. I would have taken it. 3rd and inches at the 8. And I smell a handoff coming. Nope, QB sneak. 1st and goal at the 6. I haven't seen them hand it off to Zion Albu once. And then complete second and goal. Second and goal. Can we score here? Richardson over the middle. Drops. Third and goal. The Albu. Albu. Zion Albu takes the lead. 36-35. And Zion Albu and the Steelers will win 43-35. There was a touchdown at the end. Maybe another Zion Albu touchdown. Let's investigate that one. I think it was Albu's 163 and 2 touchdowns. Technically 3. And, yeah, 53-yard rushing touchdown from Zion Albu. As the Steelers won the Super Bowl in year 3, on to year 4 of Zion's career. Well, we went 9-8, and we did not make the playoffs. Zion Albu, 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns. What a shock. On to year 5 we go. We went 11-6. Or 6-11, my bad. Let's see how Albu did. Albu, 14 games, 1,400 yards, and 16 touchdowns. On to season 6. We finished 11-6, which was the number 1 seed in the AFC. Albu, 1,900 yards and 22 touchdowns. Back to winning Offensive Player of the Year. Can we defeat the Raiders in the divisional? We do not. 30-27 loss as we go into season 7. 14-3 as we are the number 1 seed. Let's see how Albu did. Oh my goodness, we have Josh Allen as our QB. And Albu, 2,000 yards, 19 touchdowns. Offensive Player of the Year. Can we beat the Baltimore Ravens to go to the AFC Championship? And no, 27-23 loss. On to season 8. We went 5-12. Let's see how Zion did. 2,017 yards and 22 touchdowns. In only 16 games, by the way. Led the league, of course. Still no MVPs, but an Offensive Player of the Year. On to season 9. By the way, Albu already has 15,000 yards in his career, and only season 9, or going into season 9, and the record is 18,000. On to season 9. We ended up going 8-9. Let's see how Albu did. Albu, 2,200 yards and 17 touchdowns. Absolutely insane. Still not an MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, of course, though. And he's officially surpassed Emmitt Smith for the most rushing touchdowns. Was 174. Not quite yards yet. By next season, though, he should have the rushing record as well. We ended up going 12-5. We were in the number 1 seed. Albu, let's see how he did. 2,100 yards and 19 touchdowns. I don't know why I keep checking this. He's obviously not going to be the MVP, but Offensive Player of the Year. And let's see who they are facing off against in the divisional round. Facing off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can we beat them in the divisional? And we do. Can we beat the Raiders and go to the Super Bowl for the second time in Albu's career? And we do. We are facing off against the New York Giants. Let's hop in here and see how we do against the Giants. Zion Albu's second time being in the Super Bowl in his career. Can he go 2-0 or will he go 1-1? Let's go find out. Alright, let's watch this first drive here. 1st and 10 here at the 26-yard line. Handoff for Albu. And he gets about 5. He has 45 rushing yards already in the first drive. 2nd and 5. Another handoff to Zion Albu. Albu with the speed going and getting almost the first down. 3rd and inches at the 16. What will the offense do now? A QB sneak for the first down as Glass will get it. 1st and 10 at the 16. 1st and 10. And a handoff for Zion Albu. Albu with the speed, and he will run it in. Broke a man's ankles. and he has a touchdown in the Super Bowl. First touchdown of the game goes to Zion Albu. And look at this goofy thinking he could tackle him. Shoink. He got his ankles broken. 3rd and goal at the 1. A huge turnover for the Steelers. I mean, he could go up 14-0. QB sneak for Glass. He won't get it. 4th and goal. Will they go for it on 4th and goal? Let's see. And they will. Mike Tomlin, what has he drawn up? Handoff for Zion Albu, and he goes nowhere. 1st and 10 at the 3 for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 14. The Giants offense hasn't been able to do anything. And a jet there for the tight end or receiver. I don't really know. 2nd and 8. Levi Glass with the throw, and he almost has the first down. Dom Burks. 3rd and inches. Will we be able to get this first down here? QB sneak for Glass, and he gets it. 1st and goal at the 4. 1st and goal. And a toss for Zion Albu, and Albu with the speed. He gets into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. And puts us up 13-0. 72-yard rushing touchdown for Albu. His 3rd on the day. And look at the scoreboard. 24-0. The Giants made the attempts, but they were not successful. 24-16 victory. As Zion Albu scored all 3 of the touchdowns. 213 yards and 3 touchdowns for Albu. That has to be the Super Bowl MVP. And it was enough for Albu to be in the Super Bowl MVP. He's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP because in 2028 when he won the MVP. Then on to the next season we go. We ended up going 8-9 as a team. Albu, 2,200 yards on the dot and 22 touchdowns. And still not the MVP, not even in consideration for it. And he has 22,000 rushing yards. Crushed Emmitt Smith, yeah. Absolutely crazy. And by the way, he's only 30 years old. He's in year 10, going on to year 11, and he is only 30 years old. We are now in the 2037 season, and we are going 12-5. Let's see how Albu did. Probably the craziest season ever. 300 attempts, 2,200 yards, and 24 touchdowns. Add that on top of 275 and 4 touchdowns in the air. Is he the MVP? He's not. He's number 7. Offensive Player of the Year, of course. Let's see who we're facing in the divisional. We're facing the Browns. Can we beat the Browns? We do. Can we beat the Broncos to go to the Super Bowl for a 3rd time? And we are facing off against the Rams for Albu's 3rd Super Bowl. Can we beat the Rams in the Super Bowl? Unfortunately not. Caleb Williams got the best of us. Zion Albu is now 2-1 in the Super Bowl. Still not a terrible record. On to season 12. Or 11. We went 10-7. Let's see how Zion did. 1,900 yards and 19 touchdowns for Zion Albu. Pretty good season. For his standard, of course. Offensive Player of the Year, of course. Let's see, can we beat the Broncos in the wild card? We do. Can we beat the Patriots? We do. Will we be going back to back in the Super Bowl? Or to the Super Bowl? And unfortunately, we will not be going back to back as the Raiders beat us in the AFC Championship. On to the 2039 season we go. As you would look here, Zion Albu is not on the Steelers, so let's find out where he went. In 3, 2, 1, he is a Green Bay Packer. Let's go check out that team. They probably have one of the most stacked offenses, 2 X-Factor running backs, and a X-Factor tight end who's not even a starter. This team might win the Super Bowl. Let's send them to the end of the season and find out. We went 13-4. Let's see how Zion Albu did. 2,249 yards and 28 touchdowns. Absolutely insane. Here's number 4 for the MVP. And obviously the Offensive Player of the Year. We're facing the Bears in the divisional. Can we beat them? We do. 17-10. Will we be advancing to the Super Bowl? And we will not. Unfortunately, we lost to the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. On to the next season we go. We went 15-2. Let's see how Albu did. 2,100 yards and 18 touchdowns. Absolutely insane. Can we beat the Seahawks in the divisional? We do. Can we beat the Saints in the NFC Championship? And what a game. The Packers versus Steelers. Zion Albu's former team versus his current team. Let's hop in and watch some of this. Will Zion Albu take revenge on his former team? Or will his former team take revenge on him? Let's go find out. 70-yarder from Zion Albu. First and 10 at the 12. We're down 21-10. Can we score here to make it a 1-point game? Or 1-possession game? Deep ball to the end zone. Not caught. But a flag. And it'll be defensive pass interference. First and goal on the goal line. Handoff for Albu. Zion almost got in. Second and goal. The backup running back's in. Handed off to the backup. He will not get in. Third and goal. Third and goal. And a QB sneak for Enrique Morales, so we won't get it. And one more play here, potentially, to get in the end zone. Fourth and goal. Well, not potentially. It is one more play. And a QB blast, and he will not get in. And Marco Colon is hurt. First and goal at the 7. We stopped them, and they punted down at their 29. Handoff for Albu. He gets nowhere. Second and goal. Second and goal. To the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Packers. James Reese for 8-yard touchdown. Second and 2 at the 16 as we have a potential drive to take the lead here. And a pass to the receiver is caught for the first down. First and goal at the 8. First and goal at the 8. Handoff for Albu. Albu down at the 1. No, that's Green. Where's Zion Albu? I'm tripping. Where is Zion Albu? I guess he got hurt or something. Well, a QB read option, and we will get in for the touchdown. Enrique Morales for the touchdown as we take the lead 22-21. Well, Zion Albu has 101 and a touchdown as we take the lead 24-21. And the Packers lose this one as we threw a pick with a minute left. 27-24 loss to Albu's former team. And Zion Albu was so mad, in fact, he ended up retiring after 15 years in the league. Let's go look at some the NFL record book. 30,000 rushing yards and 304 rushing touchdowns. His season now was 2,200 yards. Didn't get the touchdown record. Did he get the game record? He did not. He got the single game record for the Steelers and stuff. And the rookie record. Rookie game. He got 229 on the ground. And yeah, he is forever cemented in the Steelers record book and the NFL record book. If y'all guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.